the sun experienced giant flares, while astrologers speak of the Great Stellium in 2024, which only happens once every 83 years. Two solar flares of the highest magnitude X occurred February 22nd, 2024. We had recently last week as well on the sun. The last time the sun produced two explosions of higher power in a row was September 2017. What also attracts attention is the density. The bursts were within 60 minutes. It began at approximately 22:30 UT, and by 11:30 it was all over. Such events are extremely rare, since each outbreak of such magnitude depletes solar energy reserves, and it usually takes considerable time to restore this. The fact that a star is capable of producing two such powerful explosions in a row indicates that the sun is entering a state of extremely high activity, and according to preliminary estimates, the ejected plasma clouds will pass by the Earth, although at a fairly close distance. Since only grains of information can be caught from the public, one can only speculate theoretically about the harbingers of the sun shedding its outer shell. If NASA honestly writes about gamma ray bursts, then 7 bursts per hour or 7 per day is not enough to be a harbinger of a thermonuclear explosion. But who knows what the scientists actually see on the sun and what they don't tell us about. And if there are actually series of 20 or 30 pieces, a micronova could happen any day. Since the beginning of 2024, 5 explosions of higher power have already occurred on the sun. Previously, scientists reported that the increasing frequency of flares and an increase in their power indicates a gradual approach of the sun to the peak of activity, which presumably could occur as early as mid-2024, although according to some forecasts it could be shifting to 2025. The Great Stellium in 2024. During April, May, and June 2024, unique astrological phenomena is observed in the starry sky. The Great Stellium of 2024. This is a cluster of planets in the sign of Taurus, where Uranus, Jupiter, Venus, Mercury, Sun, Moon, and Selene, that is our white moon, Selene is the word in Greek for moon, will gather, and Mars will join in June. The exact date of the conjunction of Uranus and Jupiter is expected from April 18 to 22nd, and in the period from May 13 to 20th, and we saw that as well happening just yesterday, a couple of days ago. There will be an exact mutual conjunction of the Sun, Uranus, Jupiter, and Venus. According to astrologers, a turbulent period awaits us between June 26 and November 10, 2024. This is a time where Uranus will be in conjunction with the ominous star Algol, the star of the devil. The last time such a connection was in the spring of 1941. And during this conjunction, the beginning of the new Mars-Uranus cycle also occurs. Uranus, as a symbol of collective consciousness, initiates Mars, the warrior, to fight evil, Algol. The fourth horseman, on April 8, 2024, the total grand solar eclipse of the United States of 139 Saros will occur, the full phase of which was observed Mexico, United States, and Canada. Now, there's always treat solar eclipses with great concern, but in this case, the concern is special, since eschatologists have been waiting for this eclipse for many years and made predictions for it, and one more terrible than the other. There are many reasons for this, but the most important are 2. Firstly, the eclipse of April 8th, 2024, and the eclipse of August 20th, 2017, form a kind of a cross in the United States, which everyone is afraid of. And secondly, the time distance between the eclipses of April 8th, 2024 and August 20th, 2017 is 6 years, 6 months, 6 weeks, and 6 days. Seeing so many sixes, conspiracy theorists traditionally get terrified because on this day some evil forces may schedule a powerful ritual that would take countries and people, make countries and people tremble. And now the research of space weather, which has nothing to do with this conspiracy theory, add fuel to the fire and to the excitement. And as well as we all know, for several months, astronomy lovers have been observing Comet Pons-Brooks 12P, which shows them all sorts of cosmic wonders in the form of unusual tails, increasing brightness, and so on. And the comet, faintly visible, it was faintly visible. Renowned astronomers promised to increase its brightness by at least 40 times by April. Now, space weather promised that the black backlight changes will look like oak leaves falling from the ash tree, which is truly amazing. In Revelation 6:8 we read, "And I looked, and behold, a pale horse, and its rider, whose name was Death, and hell followed him, and power was given to him over the fourth part of the earth, to kill with the sword, and with famine, and with pestilence, and with the beasts of the earth." End quote. In the original text, the horse was not pale, but pale green or chlorine color, as it sounds in Greek, chlori, meaning pale. And in light of this, some eschatologists think that the Pons-Brooks comet is pale horse from the apocalypse. This is on Soul Ask. Please leave your comments, and thank you for your support. Finally, support my Patreon account. The daily posts are 5 videos daily, and they are totally different from what I have on my YouTube channel. Thank you so much for your support, and that you find all my content so interesting. You'll find the Patreon account details in the description box below.